Outdoors, and we will be doing a coon trapping, trap set tutorial. I'll be going over 2 different kinds of traps in this tutorial for you all. The first trap we'll be going over is the dog proof with a wire anchor on it. Definitely recommend this type for dog proofs if you have the nice tree to set it on, not too big of a tree, fence post, any of that to tie it down to. You know, coons are in that area. Definitely recommend that for those type of areas. I'll also be doing a Duke foot trap, 150 foot trap, nothing too big, average size for coons, possums, all of that. So I will definitely be going over all this with you. This will be a blind set, and this will also be a bait set. So I'm gonna jump right into this tutorial for you guys. Thank you for watching. Alrighty everyone, I'm going to move the foot trap to the side here. So I'll be starting off with the Duke foot trap 510. Not foot trap, but a dog proof trap. We'll be starting off with that for this tutorial. So how you're going to set this trap is you're going to see these two, the spring right here. So you're going to take it, push down on the spring, take your dog, put it over top of your spring, as y'all can see how I have it. Then you're going to take your dog, put it in the pen, and now your trap is set and ready to go. I'll go over that one more time, set it off real quick for y'all wanting to watch. Trap was set off. So I'm going to go over it once again. Right here is your springs, your dog, and your pin right here. And this is your normal tube, put your bait in, all such. So take the springs, push them down, take your dog, put it over top of the spring, take your pin and hook the dog right on into it. Your trap is set once again. Now you're good to go. And we'll set it off. Just like that, your trap is now unset. They also make tools for these types of traps, but I think it's a lot easier to use your hand instead of wasting extra money on another trap. So now we're going to go over your basic foot trap for coons and possums, such as. So in this basic set here, let me get the chain off of this. That'd be fine. So this basic set right here, take your hands, push down on the springs, which opens it up. Take your dog, throw it over the top of the jaw, and it's set just like that. As you all can see, the pan is very high, which is not what you want. So you can either take a hammer and hit it down, just like so. But I'm going to take my thumb and pull it down without making it go off. So that was already very close to going off. I'll go over that again. So set your trap. Pull down just a little bit on your pan here. Now right there is real close for this trap to go off now. But here's your basics, your springs, your jaws, your dog, and your pan right here. Now look how light it is to make this trap now go off. Very light. This trap is good for only, well, you can also catch other stuff, but it's mainly good for coons and possums. You can catch minks and all that good stuff on them also. But if you're going for just coons, this is the trap to use, and possums. So now I'm going to take you out and show you how to use this in a blind set, how to use your normal foot trap in a blind set, and how to set up your trap in a path and tie it down with your wire that you're using, or rhubarb, which I'll have both. We'll show you the wire way of how you set this. So we'll take you out in the woods and show you how to set these traps. Alrighty everyone, I got my dog-proof trap right here for y'all to watch. So I am out in this area where we have caught a lot of animals at, right along this path up through here. Underneath this log there's usually a lot of tracks. Based on the snow, it might have covered up last night from what has traveled. It just quit snowing about a few hours ago, so whatever tracks were up through here have been covered up already. But I'm going to show you all the best place to set this, which will be right in here on this path. So I'm going to scoot up here to show you all. Right here is one of the best spots, which y'all can see just by looking here. Very well made spot here. You have your fence you can attach it to, and you also have a place where they have been coming underneath. So you're going to take your trap here, you're going to set it, put your dog down, right in the pen it goes. Now your trap's set. So you're going to take your trap, push it down in the ground where you want it, such as right there. Now you take your wire, you're going to wrap it around as tight as you can get it around the fence or anything that you can wrap it around, such as a post, tree. But you want it as tight as you can get it, with the whole wire going around the other part of the wire, where the coon cannot pull the wire and your trap away and lose your trap. It is a very sucky way to lose your trap once you have something. You know you caught something, and your trap that you're missing is plumb awful. So give it a good tug. No, it will not come loose. Your trap is set. Now what I would recommend to put in these traps, I would put a marshmallow, dog food, cat food, such as for these. But the way this trap works for all beginners out there, so when a coon, you have your food down in the bottom, say the snow is a marshmallow down the bottom, and they want to reach down in there and grab a hold of that marshmallow. When they do, and they hit that pin, and their hand is designed to be able to grab just like our hands, and they grab a hold of that and they start pulling, and then they hit that pin and pull it up, the trap will go off on their hands. I will show you all that with a stick here, if I can get it to go. They start pulling up on it, and that trap just went off on that stick without any hesitation. I didn't even know it was going to go off just yet. And now when I take that trap up out here, your stick will fall right on out, just as it did. That is how a dog-proof trap works, for all you beginners and people wanting to know how a dog-proof trap works. So on to now for this part of the tutorial, I have my foot trap, which is now covered in snow because I dropped it. So if your trap gets covered in snow, just take it against something hard like this tree stump here, log, where you want to call it, beat up against it, the snow will come off. So right here is a very good place to set a blind trap at. As y'all can clearly see, it is underneath of this log, and animals travel right up through here. So as they're coming at this log, your trap is set right in the middle of where the animals come through. They will step in your trap. So I'm going to get to that for you all. So what you want to do is, move my rhubarb out of the way. What you want to do is take your hammer or your digger, whatever you got, and just start digging in the spot you want to set the trap. And once you start doing that, you think it's deep enough, you can stop. So right here is a very good place to put a smaller trap at, right in the middle of this hole. So what I'm going to do now is get the snow off of this trap again. I'm going to go on over to my spot I'm putting the trap in. I'm going to set the trap in the hole, just like so. Take my dog, push over the jaw, and right underneath of the dog it goes. So if your trap is too low, take some dirt, rake it back in there. Your trap will now be sitting just fine. So I'm going to use a piece of rebar to show you all how to set this in the hole. It's the same way almost as a Coyote set, just not quite. So I'm going to take this rebar right here, take my hammer, and start beating this rebar in the ground. If you can get it started, it works also. If you can get started with your hands, as you all can see. So once you start doing that, it'll help you out with keeping the coon in the trap, because you do not want a trap missing come the next morning. See, that'll be a loss of money once your trap is missing. So the trap is now in the ground. Give it a good pull, doesn't move. Place your trap right on top of your rhubarb here. Now what you want to start doing is taking dirt, which is already somewhat frozen, and put it around your trap. Now, if you have salt, this will not be a temporary trap set I will have. But if you have salt, put salt around and on top of the dirt that you are putting on this trap, because you don't want your trap being froze and something does hit the pan, your trap will not go off. That is not what you're wanting in this case. But for the sake of this tutorial, I'm going to take a pan cover that I have made for this special occasion. And this one is a little big, so I'm going to give it a good fold, just enough to keep it how I need it to be. Place it right over top of your trap pan. Then also start taking, if you have snow around, you can take snow, push it around the trap also. Just make sure that your pan cover stays on. But if you need to, dig up more dirt or whatever you can find, place around your trap to keep anything from taking it. So if you have snow, take some snow, put it down around if you like. It has worked for me in the past. So if you have salt, put it around the dirt. You can see my pan cover here, so it'll be just fine to leave it just like that. It will not hurt anything. Just got to fix up the area just a little bit so it don't look very suspicious. Fix up all this area where the dirt has been taken up at and all such. But in this location that we have this trap set in, you should be able to catch something coming right underneath of this, step right in the middle. At one time I had a double trap set here, the 2 long spring and this trap I have setting out, and I caught a rabbit and I've caught a possum on it also. 2 or 3 days in, I think it was 2 days in a row, rabbit first and the possum next. So I wanted to show you guys this spot. If y'all want to always look at this if you're in your area, to see what may be there for you to trap in the area that you trap in. So I hope this video helps you out, and I hope this will help you catch raccoons and possums in your area, which is what most trappers want to do. If you also have problems with them getting in your chickens and stuff, recommend using dog proofs if they're in your barns, especially if you have cats, because you'll get your cat caught. You don't want to lose a cat due to a trap. So I recommend using dog proofs in a barn or anything like that where you have animals that could step in it. But if you're out in the woods trapping, this is what you need to do. So I want to thank you all for watching Trapper Joe Outdoors. Hope this tutorial helps you, and have a good day.